Hi, my name is Isaac. You're watching my Paul's YouTube channel. You never know what he's gonna do next.
This is the McFadden Cemetery, located in Daniel Boone Forest, out on Pond Ridge. Sheltie Trace comes right through here, and there's a gate right down there, but the trail keeps right on headed toward Big Dog Branch and Little Dog Branch and Sinking Creek. And this is the Johnny Mac Cemetery, as it is affectionately known. Now, Johnny Mac married Bartheny Young, daughter of Pleasant Young, granddaughter of Reverend Richard Young. But Johnny Mac married Bartheny, and they lived in this area. Probably had a cabin up on the high spot. Needless to say, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, Johnny Mac was born 200 years ago this year. But back in 1840s, 50s, 60s, this would have been much quieter than it is today. But as I was saying, John McFadden married Bartheny Young. They had several kids, one of which was a lady by the name of Catherine Elizabeth. They called her Kate. Catherine Elizabeth McFadden. Catherine Elizabeth McFadden married Alfred Jones from out in the Swiss colony area. And they had a daughter by the name of Millie Jones. And Millie Jones married Charles Blaine Phelps, who was my grandfather. So Johnny Mac and his wife Bartheny were my great-great-grandparents. And here in the Johnny Mac Cemetery, there are a number of graves. Not so obvious, but Johnny Mac's here. His daughter Millie McFadden, who my grandmother Millie Jones Phelps was named after Johnny Mac's daughter Millie, that died as a teenager. Then there's Fillard McFadden, who's here. George Ball is buried here. 2 Ball infants are here, and 6 infants of P.L. Bob McFadden. P.L. was Pleasant L. McFadden. When you look around, you can see signs of graves and certainly some indentations in the soil. You can kind of see a couple of them right through there. Old field stones that are covered up. Johnny Mac's daughter Millie was buried under a pile of rocks right alongside of this tree. That's the Johnny Mac's teenage daughter Millie is buried there. Then right over here, funeral home marker, John McFadden, 1819 to 1894. And there's a sign right there that says, "Here lies John McFadden," which is the actual burial place for Johnny Mac. But they also came out here and erected a military stone in his honor. But he's not actually buried in this spot. Sergeant Company H, 24th Kentucky Infantry. May 13, 1894 was his date of death. They set that stone just here, near these other graves under these rocks. There are other field stones scattered throughout the location. But this is the Johnny Mac Cemetery in the Daniel Boone Forest. Another stone. Indentation in the ground. There's several of them. A couple here, there's another one here. You can see that indentation in that stone. Need to do a little maintenance out here. Another stone. Several graves in the area. John McFadden Cemetery.